5 teams, 5 inspection failures. And just like that, key personnel are gone before the race even starts. This isn't just a minor penalty. This is NASCAR sending a message. And some of the biggest names in the garage just got caught in the middle of it. Here's what went down at Bristol Motor Speedway. 5 NASCAR Cup teams failed pre-race inspection twice. That includes cars driven by Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Chad Finchum, and Michael McDowell. After the second failure, NASCAR stepped in. 4 car chiefs ejected. 1 engineer also removed from the weekend. All 5 teams lose pit stall selection, meaning they'll be stuck with whatever spots are left after everyone else picks. The cars eventually passed on the 3rd try, so no in-race penalties. But the damage? Already done. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Inspection issues have been stacking up all season. Multiple teams flagged at Darlington, more at Las Vegas. Even Atlanta saw problems. This is becoming a pattern, not an exception. And when you see top-tier teams like Hendrick Motorsports and Trackhouse Racing involved, it raises real questions because these aren't small-budget operations guessing their way through setup. These are elite organizations. So either teams are aggressively pushing the limits or NASCAR is tightening enforcement, or both. Inside the garage, this hits hard. Losing a car chief isn't just symbolic. That's a leadership role, someone deeply involved in setup, adjustments, and race communication. And at a place like Bristol, where every detail matters, that absence can absolutely impact performance. Let's break this down from a competitive standpoint. Pre-race inspection is designed to ensure a level playing field, but teams constantly search for gray areas. That's the game. The question is, how far are they willing to push? Failing once? That happens. Failing twice? That's where NASCAR draws the line, because at that point it suggests either you're right on the edge of legality or you're deliberately trying to gain an advantage. Now here's where it gets strategic. Is the risk worth it? Think about it. If you push the setup just far enough, maybe you gain speed, maybe you gain handling, maybe you gain track position, but if you fail twice, you lose a key decision maker for the entire race weekend. That trade-off is massive. And it's not just about personnel. Pit stall selection at Bristol is critical. A bad stall can cost you seconds on pit road, especially under green flag conditions or tight cautions. So now these teams are dealing with 2 disadvantages: less leadership, worse track position during pit cycles. That's a tough combination to overcome. Now let's zoom in on one key example. Larson. Coming off dominant performances recently, his team clearly isn't playing it safe. They're pushing for maximum performance. But this shows the downside of that approach, because even before the green flag drops, you're already behind. And across the board, this signals something bigger. Teams are willing to take risks, even knowing the consequences. That tells you how competitive this field is right now. Margins are razor thin. And everyone is searching for even the smallest edge. Fans are going to have mixed reactions here. Some will say this is exactly what NASCAR should be doing. Strict enforcement, no exceptions. Others will argue teams are being punished for pushing innovation, the very thing that makes the sport competitive. Media analysts, they'll focus on consistency. If NASCAR is going to enforce the rules this tightly, it has to be uniform across every team every week. Because once penalties start impacting major contenders, every call gets scrutinized. So what happens next? Teams adjust quickly, dial back the risk, stay within the limits, and avoid losing key personnel moving forward. This becomes a wake-up call. Teams keep pushing, more inspection failures pile up, and we start seeing penalties directly affect race outcomes, not just pre-race conditions. And if that happens, controversy isn't far behind. At the end of the day, this comes down to one thing. How far should teams be allowed to push the limits before NASCAR steps in? Because right now, the line between innovation and violation is getting thinner every week. So what do you think? Are teams getting too aggressive, or is NASCAR cracking down too hard? Drop your take in the comments. And for more Inside the Garage breakdowns like this, hit subscribe to SPORTSWIRE USA.